the luckiest thing I've ever seen in my life.
But he had to get it there. That man fought off the entire defensive
Jesus
line
Christ.
of the Patriots. He was rumbling, bumbling, stumbling. People were grabbing at the back of his jersey. Everybody thought he was down in the dirt. This man was over here like this, looking like he was getting controlled by a puppet master. He got out of that. He freed himself. He got that thing, boom, bombed down the field. And lifts off, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Let Me Finish. Today, we are going to be talking about the man, the myth, the legend, Eli Manning. Should he or will he be in the Hall of Fame? I'm going to start today because I am right in this discussion.
The man.
So
just stop at the man. The myth and the legend not deserve to be associated with Eli. Just the man.
So, Eli Manning, should he be in the Hall of Fame? Eli Manning, yes, he is a 500 quarterback. He has never had a season where he was the best quarterback in the NFL, but Eli Manning has gone on two of the most intense, amazing, breathtaking playoff / Super Bowl runs that have ever been witnessed by the viewers of the United States of America. He put his team on his chest because he was sitting on the defense's back. He made two of the most insane throws in NFL history.
No. He made one.
In both
he made one.
That he
and one of them was the most insane catch.
The giant, the Goliath, the Patriots dynasty headed by Bill Belichick and Tom Brady and that vaunted Patriots defense. He took that on as David, and he slayed Goliath and the dragon. That was
Jesus Christ. I'm going to puke.
There is no universe where you can talk about that era of football and not talk about Eli Manning, because even his big brother Peyton Manning could not best the Patriots.
But Peyton Manning has a winning record in the playoffs against the Patriots. Peyton Manning has a winning record in the playoffs against the Patriots.
That's why he should be in the NFL Hall of Fame.
Couldn't slay the. My God.
Alex,
the answer is no.
To a minimum?
The answer is keep the cursing to a minimum. Fuck no. The answer is no. Look, will Eli Manning, there's only two discussions to be had. I don't understand even how you got to three. Will Eli Manning get into the Hall of Fame, and should he be? By any metric, should he be? Any metric, should he be? And the answer is no, he shouldn't be. Will he? Probably. Almost, I am confident in saying that he probably will get into the Hall of Fame. Should he get into the Hall of Fame? Not a chance in hell. There is no argument for Eli Manning that if you applied it to every player in NFL history, that would, like, it's unique to him. It's only him. Like, it's just Eli Manning because you have to talk about everything besides how good he actually was, because he wasn't that good.
Period. He had to be.
No, not even till he had to be. What about till he had to be? What about all those other years that they didn't make the playoffs, or all those other years that they went one and done in the playoffs? And here's I can't believe you said two most amazing playoff runs. No, they weren't.
Alex is scarred.
Okay, so hold on. No. Okay.
Alex, that was the first curse word he ever said. I was watching it with him. I was rooting for the Giants because Alex is a filthy Patriots fan. Okay. And Eli Manning is the most beautiful ball. And Alex just crumples in front of me. This is amazing. It was amazing.
All right. First off, full disclosure, I am a Patriot fan. So if you want to chalk up all of my Eli negativity to just being a Patriot fan, and just fine, do so. You are welcome to. The facts, however, are still 1,000% on my side. Eli Manning in neither one of those Super Bowls was awesome. He was good. He wasn't horrendous, but we all know that those Super Bowls were far more about the Giants' defensive line disrupting and keeping Brady on his back the entire game. And Eli's throw to Mario Manningham is one of the best throws in NFL history. Eli's throw to David Tyree is the luckiest thing I've ever seen in my life.
But he had to get it there. That man fought off the entire defensive line of the Patriots. He was rumbling, bumbling, stumbling. People were grabbing at the back of his jersey. Everybody thought he was down in the dirt. This man was over here like this, looking like he was getting controlled by a puppet master. He got out of that. He freed himself. He got that thing, boom, bombed down the field.
Okay, but I just want to note something. In the first Super Bowl run, Eli threw less than 200 yards in the first two playoff games leading up to the conference championship, where he didn't throw a touchdown. The idea that he was amazing leading up to that first Super Bowl, that the run to the Super Bowl was amazing, is a lie. It wasn't. It was amazing that the Giants did it, but Eli wasn't amazing in those runs or in that game. Now, the second run to the Super Bowl was actually pretty fantastic. He goes to Green Bay and outduels, at that point, Aaron Rodgers in Lambeau. Regardless, he goes to Lambeau Field and goes 300 yards, 3 touchdowns, and just 1 interception. He's fantastic. He goes on the road to San Francisco and wins that game as well, giving you another 300-yard performance. He was great in those 2 games leading up to the second Super Bowl. And in the second Super Bowl, he gave you just under 300 yards and a touchdown. He was really good. He was not great the first Super Bowl run, and he assuredly wasn't great in the first Super Bowl. Eli Manning, for his career, is a 60% completion. He's got a quarterback rating at 84 and at least 1 interception per game. Like, that's his averages. He has thrown 244 interceptions in his career. He's 117 and 117 as a starting quarterback. So he's played in 234 games. He's thrown 244 interceptions because the only thing that Eli Manning has ever been elite at is turning the ball over. That's it. It's the only thing he's ever been great at. And if you compare Eli Manning to the people in his era, and I'll be nice and I won't include Rodgers in this at all. I'm just going to go Brady, Breeze, Peyton, Big Ben, Phillip Rivers, and Eli.
Okay. So how many Super Bowls does Breeze have?
1.
How many Super Bowls does Rivers have?
None.
How many Super Bowls does Roethlisberger have?
And he's been to 3.
How many does he have?
2.
And how many does Peyton have?
2. And he's been to 4.
And let me just clarify. The second one that he went to, Peyton Manning was the worst quarterback in the league when they got there, right?
Yeah, no, he absolutely was.
Okay. I just wanted to...
But he's the greatest
make sure that
season quarterback of all time. So is the Super Bowl the only thing that matters? Is that
it?
No,
not the only thing.
Oh, because so you have to be good at least in the regular season, or you actually need to be great in the regular season to get into the game as well, right? Because if the Super Bowl is the thing that matters, then Malcolm Butler and David Tyree need to be in the Hall of Fame as well, right? Because Malcolm Butler's been basically an average cornerback since then, but he's got a great, iconic, amazing play that some might attribute to luck as well, because we're not sure how the hell he caught that thing on his shoulder either. But, you can't tell the story of the NFL without Malcolm Butler. You can't tell the story of the NFL without David Tyree or Mario Manningham. Go ahead and throw their asses in the Hall of Fame too.
Well, I do have one. So you said Peyton Manning is the greatest regular season quarterback of all time. How did he do in the playoffs? I forget.
He was the exact same quarterback as his brother in the playoffs. The only difference between Eli Manning and Peyton in the playoffs is the fact that because Eli was average to below average in the regular season, we considered him playing slightly above average as a quarterback a great jump in the regular season. They have the same passer rating. They have the same passer rating in the playoffs. Both of them do. They've both been multiple times.
Elevated in the playoffs is what I'm getting at.
You don't get credit for elevating if you were average. That's not no. You don't get credit for that.
Super Bowl.
Okay. No. I want you to compare these two quarterbacks. We'll do a bit of a blind reveal. One of these quarterbacks has an 84 passer rating for his career. He threw 240 yards per game. He has a touchdown percentage of 5%, and he's got an interception percentage of 3%. Another quarterback also has an 84 passer rating for his career. He throws 234 yards per game. He's got a touchdown percentage of 4 and an interception percentage of 2.5.
Would you mind adding accolades into that?
No, because that's kind of the whole point here.
But that's important, though.
No, it will be, but just tell me which one of those quarterbacks is demonstrably better than the other.
Neither is demonstrably better until you add accolades.
Okay, so neither is demonstrably better. So let me add this to you. So let me tell you, that other quarterback with the same career quarterback rating with only slightly less touchdown percentage and slightly less interception percentage and a few less yards per game, 7 yards per game, mind you, and a better completion percentage at 62-60, that's Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco actually went on an amazing playoff run. 11 touchdowns to no interceptions on actually in that playoff run, leading his team, even if that defense was obviously amazing in Baltimore. So are you telling me that the difference between Joe Flacco and a Hall of Fame quarterback is one more throw?
Yep.
Is that the difference? Is that the difference? Joe Flacco's one throw away from being in the Hall of Fame. Joe, if you got one more playoff run in you, not another good regular season, not a good stretch of time where we think you're a top 5 quarterback. No, none of that. If you just got one more, that's the difference. The difference between a Hall of Fame quarterback and a guy that we all think is garbage now is one playoff run and the one throw in that playoff run.
Amen.
Really?
Amen.
Really? Really?
Amen.
It's ridiculous. That's the ridiculous. My other issue with the story argument for Eli Manning is tell me which of those stories that he's actually the main character. He's not. He's not the main character in any of them. All of those stories are way more about the other people involved. They're all way more about Brady. They're all way more about Belichick. He is the Ronald Weasley.
He slayed Belichick.
He didn't.
Slayed
Bruh. We cannot put so much importance onto one game that because someone won it twice, we have elevated them to a point that we're going to say they're one of the greatest ever, when they're, again, not even one of the 5 best of their own era. Seriously. He's not. He is below Rivers in yards. He's below Rivers in touchdowns. He's a mile more than Rivers in interceptions and completion and percentage, and he's a full 10 points lower in passer rating. And the problem is he's played more games than Rivers. He's barely ahead of Big Ben in yardage. He's only 3 ahead in touchdown. He's 60 ahead in interceptions. And he's 4 points behind in completion percentage. His quarterback rating is a full 10 points lower than Big Ben. And he's played 18 more games than Big Ben. Like, Big Ben's 3 touchdowns behind him, and he's played a full season more of football. He is not ever been even a second-team All-Pro. He's only got 4 Pro Bowls. Like, Eli Manning's accolades are 4 Pro Bowls and 2 Super Bowl wins. That's it. That is it.
That's not.
Never been second.
I mean, you say it like that's not good, though.
It's not good. But that's not an impressive resume at all. There are only three other players that have 4 Pro Bowls without a single first team All Pro. No, 2 others, excuse me, in the modern era. 7 total. 4 of them were, I looked it up, 4 of the 11 people I found were coaches. They got into the Hall of Fame as coaches. Anyone else that's got 4 Pro Bowls and no first team All Pros that made the Hall of Fame played before the merger. Anyone that has played post-merger, post-modern day football, Isaac Bruce and some other old guy that I couldn't remember the name of. And both of them made second team All Pros at least once in their career. Eli's never made an All Pro team. He's never been a top 5 quarterback, let alone anywhere near the top of the league. Like, yeah, Breeze only has 1 Super Bowl. He also has an All Pro team. Yeah, Peyton might have been the worst quarterback in the league, his second Super Bowl. He's got 5 league MVPs. Like, if you take the Super Bowls away from any of these other quarterbacks, except maybe Ben Roethlisberger, like Brady, 3 league MVPs. Peyton, 5 league MVPs. Breeze, an all-pro team, and he's going to own the record books. Like, I don't know that Big Ben and Phillip Rivers should be Hall of Famers. I do know that they're both better quarterbacks their entire career start to finish than Eli Manning was. So the idea that if you're going to put Eli in, that means, so what? This era has like 8 quarterbacks that should go into the Hall of Fame? Is that what we're saying?
We got some really good quarterbacks in this era.
I think this is the greatest passing era of all time. It doesn't mean that we should throw in the 6th or 7th or 8th best passer in that era into the Hall of Fame. You have to adjust your eyes for the era in which he played. And just to point something out, like, there are 56 quarterbacks that, while Eli Manning was in the league, played 3 seasons worth of starts. Like 41 of them completed 60% of their passes. Like, he's not a good quarterback. 60% is no longer a good completion percentage for a career, not for the era in which he played.
Oh, are you done?
No, I'm not done, to be honest. I could go for forever on this.
I think you've made your point. All right. Well, that's our conversation on whether or not Eli Manning should be in the Hall of Fame. If you liked what either of us had to say, like the video. If you want to talk about it, put some comments down in the comment section. Subscribe to our channel if you want to see more, because we've got plenty more coming your way. And we'll see y'all next time.
Eli Manning's a joke!